Okay, for number 3, I would start by rewriting the first portion since it is product rule. So we have, let's write this as 1x times arcsine of x. Oop, that's a sign. So let's find the derivative. Okay, the product rule says to derive the first piece, which is 1, and you keep the second piece. And then we're going to add, keep the first piece, which is our x, and then use our arcsine formula. So we have 1 over what? 1 over square root of 1 minus x squared. And if you want to put that in parentheses, just as a good habit, go for it. And then when I derive that argument, what is the derivative of the x? Just the 1? Do I really need to write times 1? Nope. Okay, let's rewrite this piece over here. It's really minus 1 minus the x all squared to the power of what? 1/2. And that's just going to be our power rule. So we say minus what? Bring the what down? 1/2. We keep the inside because it's chain rule, right? What is 1 less than 1/2 on the power? Negative 1/2. And then when I derive the inside, what is that?
2x.
Is it 2x?
Yeah.
Negative 2x.
Oh, that negative.
And you may leave it just like that. Okay, let's go on to number 5. Okay, on number 5, it says to write the equation of a tangent line. Notice the x-coordinate is given. So let's write out, we need a point. 1/2 is given to us. To find the y-coordinate, we need to plug it back in. So when I plug it back in here, we get y is equal to 2 times the arcsine of 1/2. And let's do a recall for pre-cal real quick. So back in pre-cal, when you were given arcsine of 1/2, that means give me the angle given the side of opposite and hypotenuse of 1 over 2. So let's draw the triangle somewhere, anywhere you want. So my opposite is 1, hypotenuse is 2. Let's go in to make the adjacent radical 3. And to recall the angles, pi over 6 opposite of that is 1. Pi over 3 opposite of that is radical 3. And then our hypotenuse is 2. So since I have 1, it must be pi over 6. So our y piece is 2 times a pi over 6. How would I simplify 2 times a pi over 6?
2 pi over 6. And then
2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. So now we have to find the derivative. So for my derivative, we have our y prime is equal to 2 is already in the front. We're going to leave that alone. And using our formula, the arcsine formula, we have 1 all over square root of 1 minus x squared. Are we good with that? So now all I need to do is plug in what? The 1/2. So when I do, we get 2 times 1 over square root of 1 minus 1 over 2 all squared. And let's keep simplifying. What would all of this give us? What is 1 minus 1/4?
4 over 3. No, 3 over 4.
3 over 4. And we can even further go on and say 2 times 1 over the radical 3 states. But then if I take radical 4, that's going to give us 2. And when you multiply by the reciprocal, that's going to give us 4 over root 3. So our final answer then, since I need to write the point slope formula, it is y minus the y1, in this case it's going to be pi over 3, is equal to our slope, which is 4 radical 3, times x minus the x1, 1/2. Here's what you were allowed to do that you guys might like. Did y'all see how ugly finding this was?
Yeah.
You are allowed to write all of that in place of this. If it's a free response, just leave it as it is, because if as you simplify you mess up, that's going to be not a good idea, right? So you can further simplify or keep it as it is once it's plugged in. And they're both correct.